Hello and welcome back, everyone. Okay, so 2 days. First of all, sorry for the late stream. We had to deal with some electricity things in the house. But yeah, so we fixed that, so that's good. Um, Today will be a test. So we are testing the recording of stuff while streaming. Reason for that is, um, so next week we will start with Resident Evil. It's already installed. We tested the controller, and the controller seems to be pretty amazing. We didn't figure out one thing, but it's a minor issue, and we will like it is a very cool thing. And yeah, so that's what's happening. We are testing it like, okay, how is the recording? Does it work? Is there any issue with that? And then we are also testing the upload to YouTube. So yeah, different things we are trying today. Um, like also like with separation of game sounds and um, like the different sound layers. For example, we don't want the music to be on stream, no, in the video, on the VOD for YouTube, because like if it happens that um, didn't notice that Spotify went to something else, which isn't free to play. Um, so we don't get a copyright strike. So hence we are doing it without the music, but what we want to upload is Resident Evil and all those like games that are like like story based and so on. They have a lot of game sounds, so we will just have that music, like game sounds, and we won't have music. So this is basically just for Minecraft. Well, we just usually have it in the intro and during while playing Minecraft, which we are heading over right now. So, there should be, yeah, there it is. Yeah. So, this is the plan for now. We will see how massive the file will be and yeah, all those things. But yeah, um, so that was the little hiccup at the start of the stream when I was like, oh wait. And now again, another hello because yeah, we had to start the recording. Very interesting how that will be, but we will see. Um, okay, so we did things. Um, so last week, Mambo made a video together with, don't remember that person's name. It's also a YouTuber. You can find the links and everything on Mambo's channel. And there was a person who does computational redstone. So we watched the video, and like they did in the middle, there was this part where they did like, okay, so let's do some basics. And so what they did was like, okay, here are some gates that are important, and try to like now we explain them. And for us, it was okay. We looked at it, and we just opened the like we created this world, and I thought like, okay, they give like this I think it was a, how it's called again? A table for like different cases. And so what we did was like just, one moment, quickly need to check one thing. Music might be a little bit loud, so let's turn that down a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's head over back here. So what we did was we looked at the tables without looking at what the like gate, the redstone build was below, just to like, okay, how would we do that? And the interesting thing was that we came to the same solutions. So yeah. So the first thing was, okay, uh, an OR gate, I think it was called. No, a NOT gate. I don't remember how they called it, but it's just like, okay, so if you if you get like one output, like it's for binary, so so you only have on and off. So you have two different signals, kind of. So what they did was, okay, so you get one of them, like it was, yeah, right, it was A, B, and then you either get an output or not. So if you give the output, then it is the other one. So if you say A, then it will be B, and if you say B, it will be A. In that case, it is like on is off and off is on. So that's basically this, because yeah, it's just the redstone torch next to a block that is powered. Okay, so that's our one. The second one was a and OR gate. So A is on, then the thing is on. B is on, the thing is on. Like both are on, the thing is on. B, only B is also on. Okay, so, and if you turn it off, then it's off. Yeah, so that's that thing. That is, the next one is an AND gate. So you need to know we haven't done redstone, or like we haven't played Minecraft in like a year, and like this our one block world is our beginning getting back into Minecraft. So we haven't done redstone in like at least a year. So we like just had to like, okay, how were things working again? So what we did was, okay, so that this is just our like basic knowledge coming back to it and like figuring it out again. So we didn't look up anything of these. We just like looked at the video, and afterwards it was like, oh, okay, yeah, right, they did it that way, and this is how that it actually worked that way. So if you have only A on, nothing works. If you have only B on, nothing works. It doesn't work. But if you have, that's the reason why it's an AND gate, because, well, if both are on, this works. And we will get back to this in a second. Same goes for this. So this is reductive, so it was just a second design because we thought like, okay, well, this should work, but also like we should be able to do something with a comparator and the redstone torch. So we got this circuit. It's the exact same. So only A doesn't do anything because this is 14 and 15 gets cut off, so nothing will go through. And only if we turn this on as well, then there's nothing here, so power go through. Yes. This was the interesting one. I think so. If it's A or, so if you have A, it's on. If you have B, it's on. If none is off on, then it's off. And if both are on, it's also off. So what we did is we just put the AND gate, which we had there, because we know that it has to turn off if both are on. So we just like put in like, so we have like this line and this line, and the only thing we just added was the AND gate. So we cut off as soon as one of the lines, like if both are on, so we cut them off. So cool, yeah. And this should be the exact same. This one is, though, quite a lot more interesting, to be honest. And this one, I'm not sure if we actually came up with this design. I think this might be the redstone thing they came up for the video. Or what they showed in the video. Because it's quite interesting. So we also have this resource pack up, so you can actually see what the issue is and why it works and why the other one doesn't work. So you can see, so there's 15, 14, 14. So 14 gets subtracted from 14. So yeah, that's working. Wait. No, it doesn't work because 14 subtracted from 14 is 0. So there will be no power going through here. Same goes if you only turn on this one. But if you turn on both, so the only power that goes through is so if you have this, so the only, here it is 13 minus 11, which is 2. So there will be power going through. This is just to combine those two again. So, and if you turn on both, so the same thing that happens over there happens on both sides. So it's 14 minus 14 is 0. 14 minus 14 is 0. So there won't be anything going through. I think this one is very, very cool. And that was kind of like, I was like, oh, this is a good idea, a good way to think about it. So yeah, really like this circuit. This was also just like to remind ourselves, okay, how did that work again? Like, because they were talking about like encoders and decoders, and we were like, okay, yeah, we haven't done redstone in a while, so we just need to figure out, okay, so does this power the block below? Does this power like also like the block below that as well? So yeah, this is just like to see these things again and like, oh right, we are actually missing something. So yeah, this is how it's supposed to look like. So you can see if this is powered, the line ignores it. But since we power this block, this is powered. We power that block, the air block up here, it's powered, so that one below as well because it's strongly powered, and yeah, so on. And this is how you can continue that line. So yeah, that was just like for basic things like what they did in the video. So what we did afterwards was like, okay, yeah, they ranted about pistons, and I think that was actually pretty cool. Like they said, okay, yeah, pistons we don't like in the computational redstone community, we don't like pistons. So what they did is like for a on-off switch, like this thing, they have this. And it was like, oh, this is elegant. This is super elegant. So what you just have is like, okay, there's power going in to both, but this is a 15 going through, which will cut that off. But what is pretty cool about this is, so you can see this is on 2 tick delay. So there will be power going through here for exactly 2 ticks. 2 ticks is what it needs to turn off a redstone torch. If it is shorter, this wouldn't work. Okay, let's go to 1. This is one tick delay. It does nothing. But we add this, and there you can see there was something happening. And then back here, this is super cool. It's constantly powered, which will lock this thing. But okay, now the delays are the important thing. So this power will go through. It will have 1 tick delay from this. Because between these two there is a delay. This one. So this happens earlier, and this will lock this, and this will just it will switch. It is about the timing. So let's look at it. Activate this and look at it. Boop, and you can see it. Boop, and you can see it. And it just works because this is off for exactly 1 tick. Wait, is it 1 tick or is it 2 tick? It should be. Wait. It should be 2 tick. Yeah, it should be 2 ticks. Yeah. So it's off for 2 ticks, and that's what changed this. So this is super, super cool, and really, really like that. We will get back to that later. Yeah, what we thought after that was just, okay, how can we do this with other redstone? Like, what are different ways to do this? How did we used to do that? Before we learned about, like, oh yeah, right, you can do this. Yeah, so now at the time of these days, we have, like, literally, we have a block that is exactly this whole thing, and that is this. The copper bulbs are exactly this contraption in 1 block. So that's super cool. So what we used to do is usually this one. This is kind of our typical pulse limiter, what we did in the past, like how we used to do it. And over here, this is how Tango, for example, does it usually. It is exactly the same thing, these two ways, and this is just like, so what we want to have, to have a switch, like for memories or so. Cauldrons are great. Kind of better than redstone blocks, because redstone blocks and pistons are something. And you can always move these, and you will always get and what happens if you have a sticky piston, but it is 1 tick the pulse, then it will just push it will move the thing that it connects to by 1. And it won't do the whole back and forth like you will see here. Extend and back. So it will stick to it. But if it is fast, as over there, then it does this. So yeah, this is usually what we did when we tried to have something like this. This is what we did in the past. Because we didn't do redstone since these came out. Because we haven't played Minecraft. Yeah. And yeah, this is just like, it does exactly the same thing. Since this one powers this, it goes up, and there will be just a 1 tick pulse in here on that. And that 1 tick pulse moves this. And this is how Tango usually does pulse limiters. If you don't know Tango, Tango Tech. Highly recommend that. Yeah, and then the thought was, okay, also basic redstone. Okay, what kind of basic redstone do we usually like? You just wanted to like get back into it. So what we thought was, okay, important things are like clocks. Okay, what clocks can we do with this knowledge without pistons? Because we also are not too keen on using pistons in redstone, because pistons can be super annoying in redstone. Like, we are still not that good that we are actively using quasi-connectivity and so on. And yeah, that is usually what like, we try to be super careful to never have like any quasi-connectivity issues, and that's the reason why our redstone is usually a little bit more bulky than like the pros, because we just try to avoid quasi-connectivity, which is the difference to like the pros. Yeah, so we try to do it without like with this thought behind it. So we made a clock with the thought of not using pistons in a hopper clock. And honestly, it is so much better. It is so much better. Like, we really enjoy it because like it is one of the reasons we don't like redstone is like pistons is because they are so loud. And if you're like standing here behind a wall and something is happening in the back and you just hear like all the time, we already have them like as quiet as we can with quieter pistons and so on with the resource packs. Yeah, not too keen on listening to pistons and so on. So this is quiet. And so the loudest thing about all of this is actually the button. And yeah, there is like just some blocks in here. So what this is a activation of a clock. It runs through and then it shuts itself off. So it's not an infinite running clock. We will get to that in a second. So it's just like we press the button. You can see this is the first part of the of that thing. And there's the block, and there's the second part. Because you can just like put these together. And yeah. So what happened was, yeah, exactly. So the next thing that we have is like, okay, so this this repeater is what we are talking about. This is kind of the switch. And that switch will just say, okay, yeah, so it goes over here and it blocks off this one. In a typical redstone, in a ether hopper clock, you would do that with redstone blocks. Honestly, we so much prefer this way because first of all, it's silent. Second of all, no quasi connectivity. Third of all, it's so simple. It's just like, okay, we got a piston, like a redstone torch. It powers there. So you have the OR gate, which we talked about earlier. This one. It's literally what we got here. And yeah, so this either powers this one or that one. And that is dependent on, is this powered or not? And that's working with this. Yeah, so the only thing that happens to have a full loop, to not like, okay, then everything moves to the other side and we all, so the whole thing works. Okay, let's look at it. So we know, so there's something in there. So this is powered, this is powered. We will see when this is powered, when there is something in there, which will be now. So now things are moving over there. And at some point this will turn off. So there is nothing in there. What we can do is to get everything reset. we can also just ignore that and just use that. And it's just a switch from, oh, okay, from here to here and so on. But to reset the whole thing, we just put a filter in the signal. So when this turns off, so there's nothing in there, this will turn on, and this will start the loop again. And, oh, right, it will reset this. Yeah, so that's basically it. So this is also the idea was like to try to pull the information from somewhere else, like going to this site and have a full free site next to this. So if you, no idea why, but like in Redstone, it's usually like, okay, how do I fit the thing I want to use in the thing? We will get to that in a second. That's this thing. That's a kind of passion project of ours. So yeah. So then we thought like, okay, we can make this smaller, right? And we can make this more like compact, and it is taller because here we have in total 3 blocks high because we need the bottom, though the bottom can be just a floor. So in total we just need 2 high because we need up here we need blocks, this connection. The rest is everything on 1 level. This is way higher, but look at how pretty it is. It is just so simplistic. And by the way, all of these were just like, okay, how can we use the knowledge of this, and with like the thought of not using pistons and so on, just like with torches and with repeaters and observers, what can we do? And yeah, then we came up with this one, and it's honestly, I like it. It is the same principles. So we know this block here, this thing here is the same thing as this. We just had to do this change because if we had put this below next to these, that one would power it, and that would make this useless. So if we want to have like as this just one-sided, we just remove this one thing, and then it doesn't loop infinitely, because currently it just loops infinitely, this thing, because it resets it every time one of them gets empty. You can see this one gets emptied, and as soon as it boop, and now it triggers, and now it's getting filled again, and it switches from there. Okay, so, and then we thought like, okay, so we got this block which does like this here is this, so we can make them way more compact. We try not to use them in general that much because they're still making sound. They are cool, they're super cool, but they're still making sound. Like, well, that's a button, but they do this boop, a very satisfying sound, by the way. They do, not like that we did right now, but yeah. So you can see here, this is the same thing we had over here, but just with this tool. It resets the exact same way. It's also on one side, so we could stand like right next to it and so on, whatever. And then we got an infinite loop one with this same idea, like, okay, we have only the space in this direction from the hoppers. Okay, so it is, yeah, this time it is an infinite loop. So it resets, and the reset works with over there. So it just like, it is exactly the same thing. The only thing is here we only have this hooked up as a reset to like get things back. And on here we just had to, which is on this side, we just like mirrored it. So we just had to hook up the other side to it, which is this line. That line is just there to do this job. But you can get even smaller. It's higher again, because you have to go down there for these. But look at how tiny it is. That's an infinite clock. That's just a clock that constantly runs. There, and it resets. Yeah, so that is, love how tiny and compact this is. What else? Yeah, so this is like the classics. Hopper clock. So, though, honestly, these look clunky. So we actually didn't remember how an actual Hopper ether clock looked like. So we didn't want to, like, as usual, we don't like to look up tutorials. So we just like try to, okay, how can we do this? So here are two different designs how a Hopper clock with pistons could work. And yeah, it is something. Still not too keen on pistons. This is unimportant, but this is something we just like. We are still in our one block world thinking about it, and so we just threw things together that we are doing actually later. It's for the iron farm. This is actually the iron farm, the bottom part, the redstone for it. But yeah, so these are just two different ways to do things. Yeah, so that's what we were thinking about. And then we thought like, okay, what can we do? And then thought came, okay, there's a passion project of ours, which is a kind of Zedaphy inspired computer. So what it actually is so you have this row, you enter, add the ingredients. You can have that anywhere. So this is just like the blue, red, and blue, green, and red. Those three parts of the circuit can be moved to wherever you want it to. The green and blue is just like for exhibition and testing purposes, but like where you have to connect them is written on them, on the labels. So it's basically this part can move to wherever you want it, and you just like that, you know how you have to hook up the button to start the whole thing. But the rest is also based on, we used to use a lot of pistons and sticky pistons and cauldrons and slime blocks and move things in different directions and whatever. The redstone was a lot in the past. Now there are like the most advanced things that are in this whole circuitry are two target blocks. Those are basically all there is. And we might not even need them. It's just like we like to have them. Let's quickly have a look. Do we actually need them? Yeah, we have to. We have to use it here to connect it up. Yeah. So basically, we also tried for the very first time to color code the circuits. So yellow is the clock. Diorite, we had to use diorite because we needed a slab here. This has to be a slab, it cannot be a full block. So that's the reason why we used diorite for that part of the circuit. That netherite block is because we have to separate these two redstone lines, and we just have to, this block has no purpose other than separate these two redstone lines. So that's the reason why it is differently colored. So you know, okay, it is not important to one particular line. It is just to separate. So yellow is the clock. Diorite is the input. It tells us, is there still stuff waiting to be put into the brewer? You put in the different. We already prepared that. Like, at first, you want to get nether wart in there. Then different things. Then we just went all in, so we also like put fermented spider eye to corrupt it, then redstone to prolong it, and then we could even go for let's glow. It's kind of odd because usually we do redstone only in survival. Like, this is the very first time we did redstone, like in creative. And yeah, and then Dragon's Breath. So this is the maximum amount of stuff you can put in there. This is just to showcase these and this, to showcase a mechanic of this. Boop and boop. Okay. Because how it pulls things out and how you can actually prepare. Like, you can make this thing is so you can like put it somewhere, add all the ingredients, and it will just like create all those potions you're looking for in like bit by bit. It's just a singular one, so it will take time, but you don't have to come back, and you can like just put in all the materials for like shulkers upon shulkers upon shulkers of potions. We did that like for example on Zcraft there are many people who make games, and if they need potions for their game, this is one way to get them. They can just like put it in there and like put all the ingredients in there, press the start button, and they can just do whatever. As long as this is running, they will get their potions. And yeah, so what we need is what we are reading out is there anything in here? As long as there was one thing like going through just for a teensy little second, this, let's go to the other side, this redstone torch will turn off because this is getting powered, and that will, by turning off, this repeater will turn off, and that will unlock that repeater, which would be getting powered right now, though it doesn't because it is locked. So that would send a signal into this, and now you might recognize this. Yes, this is exactly the pulse limiter to make it a 2-tick delay, which would turn this off for 2 ticks, boop boop, which will do this thing again, and then this is like, it switches. So this goes to active. So we have the same thing we built over there. The clock. The whole clock thing over there, that's in here. It's coming here, one of them is locked, so items are in the other one, so here they are. This is the amount you need for this thing. Yeah, and then it powers over here. What it needs though, and that was a tricky thing we were working on this morning actually, was, so if there is a lot of stuff going in there, this will be turned off. So this will be turned on, so this will be turned off. So as soon as this gets empty again, it will send out a signal and restart the whole process. Okay, and like so it always runs back and forth, and back and forth is 30 seconds, which is the time it needs to do one step of the brewing. And yeah, so that's the first bit. And then how do we continue? But yeah, so if there is just one item going through, that would mean that there is just like a 2-tick pulse going through here, or 4-tick, which would mean that this will turn off and on again, which would let this signal through, but it would lock again. And this is still on because it is still on for, let's count, 1, 2, 1, 2, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For 8 ticks, this redstone torch will still be on, but after 2 ticks, this will turn off again, turn on again. So this will permanently be locked on mode, which is not what we want, because that would mean every other input will be ignored because this is constantly powered. So it won't be possible to put another input in there. So the idea, which was originally like, okay, so this one powers here, so it would reset, but it never would get there. So we needed to reset that. And that's what this is about. So here we got this, the other signal, and this powers here, which powers the redstone torch over there, and will turn this off. This is halfway through, like this is happening when that one is full and that one is empty. At that time, this one is definitely turned off. So if we do that, if it is turned off, so this is unlocked for a second. Now it's not powered, and then it's locked again, so it resets. At the same time, and this redstone torch here gets powered, which will send the signal in here, and this redstone torch will turn on and power this for 2 ticks, and that will reset the whole thing. So yeah, that is the clock. That was actually mainly what we did this morning, and like, other than our like switching our contract for electricity, that took like the most of the day. And that's the reason why we had to, because we found out something else and we had to change a few things again, write to the electricity service, so they changed the new contract we just like signed this morning to another one because we found something out. But yeah, that's what we did the whole day. But yeah, other than that, we did this, and we tried with by like we started building the clock, and we tried to be as compact as we could. Like, for example, we thought like, okay, this is the one border. We do not want to go further than this, so stay within this lane. And on this side, we actually just added one singular block to the whole thing. That's this. This was the only thing that was added to the whole bit on this side. So we try to be with everything within these this area. So what we also need is yeah, so this is the clock. This is just waiting for this to brew. Now comes the next bit, what the whole thing does. This is just like input blaze powder. It goes in here. But yeah, so you're crafting things, you're brewing things, so it will use up your bottles. So let's say, or let's see, this thing is completely full. So this is where the empty bottles go in. It's just one. We put it in here just to showcase. You can move this wherever you want, but if you like want to stay as compact as possible, and this is the most compact way without going further in this direction. So yeah, it is just like, yeah, this was the most compact way we could do it. But when does it want to craft those three um no, it doesn't craft the bottles. It actually just fills it with water, which is within the glass. There's water. So you activate this dispenser to fill three bottles. They have no space in here, so they have they are falling out, and that means they go in here. So you can see there are three in here. We just put them in there to check, and you always want to have these three at least. You don't need more. You should not need more. We tested this, we let it run for a while, and everything was fine. But yeah, so when does it want to trigger? So you can see this is just, there is a two-tick redstone signal coming in. Here we will get to that in a second where it comes from. But so you need on, off, and then another signal. Because if you have like the two-tick, then the next two-tick coming in, there is no off in between, so this will be constantly powered. So you need the delay. That's the reason why this is here. This makes a delay of 3, which would mean on, off. Then this is on, off. This is just to repeat the same thing, and then you add the same again on top of that, another 3, and then yeah, so all of the blue thing here, the light blue, is just to make those bottles. But where does it come from, the signal? That is this fun thing. So what we need, going back to the first things we talked about, the AND gate. This is an AND gate. So we know that, okay, this thing is done, which means so this torch is on, which happens every time one brewing step is done. At that time, that happens. So with that knowledge, we want an AND gate with that, and we want to know that there is nothing up here in there anymore, because that happens. So the last one is out here. While this went through, last item went into the brewing stand. Then this would be still unlocked at that moment, so the signal goes through, and a whole round is going around. This will get locked again, and then this will be finished after that clock runs out. So we know that there's nothing in there, and this torch is on. So we just need to figure out when is that happening. Well, we got this torch down here. We know there's no power coming through here, so this is turned on, so this is turned off. And then we just need to make an AND gate, which this is an AND gate. As soon as one of them is on, this won't be running. And this here only turns on when the full cycle is done. So then there will be a signal in here. And that means this makes a two-tick pulse again, as we know, and we need those in the whole thing because they are the ones that are needed at least to turn off a redstone torch. Like this. So we get the signal in here. This is the orange output. And yeah, so this is a signal we can use. So when all of this is done, that would mean this is the moment when we want to flush out the potions in there, and we want to refill the water bottles. So refill the water bottles, that is happening here. You can see, boop boop, all of this. You could even, if you want to, like just put in glass on a higher level or like above this. And so you don't have to put in empty bottles. You can just put in glass, and for that you just need one singular output of these to craft into a crafter to craft up 3 bottles. So yeah, you could even do it that way. But yeah, so we just went with, okay, bottles is fine. Because you could even use them from a witch farm or from a raid farm or from recycling your bottles from other potions. Yeah, so that is that. So this is what is happening here. We will get to that in a second. What we wanted to happen, and this was a little bit more tricky and a lot of fun. So this is basically why this whole thing here is to... So what we are doing right now is we want to... Let's go around. We want to unlock this one and lock this one. This is constantly locked because if it weren't, these water bottles would just flush through and they are gone. So we have to lock it, and we can we have to unlock it. And this here has bottles in there. Though if we just unlock this, these are trying to get in there right now. So it will pull out the first one, this will replenish that one, and then we might end up that only the first one will filter through, and the other 2 will stay the potions in there. So we want to lock this one as well, just for the time until they are gone. Those 3 are gone. And that's what we do with this here, because this will be powered. So this is again the second part of... Let's go over here. This here, the second part of the on-off button. So this will switch to whatever it is. And that's what we have here. We just like replaced one thing with a block. So yeah, this is... We don't need the redstone here. Also, we at another point in the past we had redstone over there, but like here. But we changed that to this whole thing. The reason why we have that, so this powers this block, so that would unlock the hopper below while powering that that hopper. So this will get flushed, and as soon as this is open again, this will be closed. No, and when this is closed again, this will be open again. So things go through. Yeah, but so what we need is it to be closed for, in total, let's count quickly, 8 ticks or 9 ticks. Something like that. So what we did is, or then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 13 ticks. Yeah. So we can do that with like different things. But what we did here is actually we used the on-off switch again. And what we did is we used the output signal because that's where we need it at the end when we're done, while these are getting crafted and so on. So we have the original signal, which is going in there, which will be on top of this. you can see there's redstone. So it will take out this impulse, the signal. It will go here, here, power this, which will trigger this whole thing. And then we just got a delay. So 4 over here, then here and here. And that's 12 tick delay after, wait, that's 11 tick delay after that one. Yeah, so boop, 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 and it goes into the same block again and triggers this. So it turns off again after the right amount of time. So that's basically it down here. Then we just got an auto dropper on the bottom, which is brown, and that will put stuff in this thing. And on the top, the only thing we just need is to hook up that orange output, which is in here as well, to the start. And this is just, this locks these hoppers down here, and they will pull out those things. And they always pull out from the first block, first spot first. So you can actually sort these and do different things. There will be an ad break in 20 seconds. We can show it off after that, and then we head over to the other world, to One Block. But yeah, this is just like to start the whole thing. And it resets itself. We will get in that after the break. So see you in 3 minutes. Please remember to take care of yourselves, cycle your fluids, and yeah, see ya. Okay. So while they are on ad break, we will have a look in here. So we prepared a few things. Yeah, this is just for us that we have something to remember. How does it work? If we come back at some point. So since like you can put in this anywhere, this is just the redstone in the back. This can be wherever, and this is just what you have to have somewhere, an input. So you can put this wherever you want. You just have to hook up the redstone to that. That's why it's written there. And this has to be hooked up to here. Big info is that drop down here is really important. If you don't have it, if you don't have that, they will mess up the order when the things come in. Yeah, that's the reason why we moved up the whole thing later. And this is just the whole idea. Red and green are just added for testing, not that they have to be where they are right now. So yeah, they can be wherever you put them. Yeah, that's the reason why they are here. And yeah, and blue, I would say, like, if you want to keep the whole thing as small, tiny as possible, and yeah, you can hook up. This is just exemplary, so you know, okay, we can move the items to wherever we want. And this is as small as we can get it at the moment. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically it. Okay, 24 seconds, then people are back. And then we're just going to start this whole thing, and just to show off how it works then. To show, okay, how is this working? Because this is kind of a fun place to look at. And yeah, there are a few fun places to look at in the meantime. Okay, welcome back everyone. Welcome back for the break. Yeah, so honestly, that's basically it. Yeah, green and red are just installed for to show off how it works, like for testing. They don't have to be where they are right now. It's just like this has to be hooked up like this and whatever. Okay, so let's honestly just start the thing and then we can talk about a few little details. So it starts, which will unlock, like we get the 2-tick pulse through this, which will turn this off for a little amount for 2 ticks, which will let us get exactly 1 item out of every thing up there. So if you look in here, we already got the first step is done already. You can see they are in a bad order. Oh no. We might have to check in with that again at some point. Yeah, but that's just the order. That is fixable. That is nothing to worry about. Yeah, so that's just the order. But the important thing is, like, you can see this is unlocked. This is not powered because there are still things in here. So the clock is running. At some point, one of these torches will turn on and reset. Let's wait for that. Okay, here you can see, okay, 1 round. There is still something in there, so this gets powered and will send another signal to reset the thing and, restart the cycle. It will get reset in a little bit. We will see this. Yes. There it is. Okay, yeah. So that was the last bit. It went through. Quickly checking. You can see there are 3 bottles. We will have 3 bottles in a second again. So this is locked again. Okay. So did you see that? So this was locked. This was turned off. No, this was locked, turned off, and this has was turned on again, but this was locked, so it didn't get anything. That would mean these would trigger. Let's quickly check in. Okay, we messed something up with the order. Something is not working as intended. It's that's just sorting up there. Okay. Boop. And this was what we meant with the music. If we mess up something like that, it's not on the vault. Okay. Yeah. We can show off in a second when this is done, or we can show off the next fun bit, which is, yeah, this is running through. Just showing how it works if there is only one thing. Like if we make like whatever, a mundane potion or so, or yeah. Because then this thing will get very interesting. Because this will wait until there is something in here again, and then it triggers immediately because it gets unlocked and this is powered already. Yeah, we had to move the things below like this to not interact with other things. So yeah, that's the reason why it looks as is. There even is above this block, there is actually a redstone dust. So that's actually important to have there. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, so let's have a look. How far is it? Okay, let's just stop these. Okay. So this is powered. Yeah, we'll test that in a second. It will reset. Let's quickly get out all of these just to show off what happens if we get something with only one thing, because then this is a little bit different. Oh no, we're too slow. Okay. Yeah, well, we're too slow. We're too slow to remove one thing. Okay, but now it should work. Okay. This will get flushed in a second. Because just want to show off this. Yes. So you can see this was an issue. There's this one little thing. This has to reset now. And this is why we have this line. It's exactly just for the case that you want to brew something with just one ingredient. Because then this would happen. And so it doesn't happen. This whole redstone is in here. These few blocks. That was a pretty important save, actually. Q. Okay. And there are the awkward portions. But yeah, so what we wanted to show is like you can sort them, and it actually like you can prepare however you want, and you can say like, okay, I want to prepare a whole shulker, and let's do like this and then this, and you get 3 of these kinds, 3 of these kinds, and so yeah, that's a little fun thing we wanted to have. Few on season 2 of QTCraft. That's when we first started making these. But yeah, really happy with how it turned out, and it actually works as we wanted to. But yeah, just some little Fairystone. You ever have questions about things? Like as I said before, we don't do tutorials. We just build things. So wait, no, okay. Uh, we always try to find out how we could get somewhere. So none of this is tutorial based. It's just that we learned about this mechanic, this thing, and trying to figure out stuff without pistons made us get to where we are with this, and honestly really like this design of the brewer now. But yeah, that's something we worked on this week. Beep 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 beep. Save and to let's go into a one block. Okay, honestly, no clue what we were up to. We wanted to do some redstone. Yeah, we need to that. We wanted to do redstone over here. We wanted to build a villager burrito. And something else. Villager breeder and villagers below. Oh yeah, and the crop farms. Speaking about crops, let's collect some crops. Boop. Okay. And yeah, we're fine. Oh, we added. Let's quickly do this. Okay. Let's put these here. Carrots are on us. I think we need to punch some wood today. Because I think we... Yes, that's more or less what I just wanted to say. Don't have too much material right now. So let's get some sticks and some planks to make axes. And then let's do this. Yep, that is why we needed that. Okay. Okay, let's go. Yeah. So back to chill mining and crafting. Well, we were mining and crafting before, but this time on one block. And we don't want to punch the one block before we have silk touch. Because gilded blackstone is just way too pretty to break it. We might not stream too long today, because like Minecraft streams are usually a little bit longer than our usual streams. But yeah, this is a test stream for checking how is our... and we want to actually test the upload to YouTube. So... I don't want to upload a 5-hour video. So we're going for 3 hours, and just to see, okay, how large is the file, how long does it take to upload it, all these things. I think we can actually start with building as soon as we have removed these trees at least. Like, I think on the bird side of things we are fine. Would go for more spruce a little bit. As soon as we're done with the first patch, I just go for that bird spruce, and like this is a tiny one here, so maybe get a tall spruce. Okay, and we're done. Let's wait for them to drop their goodies. In the meantime, we could do this. Just an assumption by all the people not streaming on Monday is that we will get another live series, which is announced for this month, Either today or tomorrow. That's just an assumption, though. Because I think none of the usual peeps of the live series people were streaming on Monday. And they used to record live series on Mondays for the last past few seasons. I know that the latest VOD of Ska is called Live Series Talk and whatever. We haven't watched it though yet, so no idea what they said in there. And we all know that Scar has the tendency to spoil things. But yeah, really hyped for the next season of the live series. Oh yeah, about Resident Evil, it's installed. The controller works with it. That doesn't we haven't jumped into the game, so we just were in the menu, checking some like basic things in the in there, but we haven't done anything in game yet. We want to keep that for the stream, which will be next week. At the same time, at this very this time. Okay, let's do this. That was the bamboo farm. Baboon farm. Okay, let's put these. Okay. Okay. Let us get through. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll get another one. Let's. Yeah. We need this block. Oh, we need all of these. Anyhow, but would like to get into some like doing the redstone, finishing that. Well, we can't finish it minus the hoppers because we still don't have the the iron for it. That is part of the reason for the iron farm. Though we can prepare the redstone for it. So as soon as we get the hoppers, we can install it. And yeah. Because it is more useful to have the bone meal, no poppies. I think we don't need to craft up um, the bone blocks. I think it's fine. Like we have to go there over there in like if we go there once a stream, there will be at the maximum a stack of bone meal. So yeah, we don't need a crafter for it, to be completely honest. If we expand the farm or like the world like so much, then maybe, but for now we don't need it. All right. One thing is, as soon as we have more iron, one thing we wanted to make is a map again to um, to have a look at how our area looks. Like we had a map at the start of the world, but yeah, one of the many things we lost. Okay, and we done. Nearly 2.5 stacks, that's good. Let's have a look. Is there anything in there? Nope. Shouldn't. Yeah, that's not too much, to be completely honest. Okay, we can wait for this a little bit. Let's get some... Do we have? Yes, we do. Yep, that was the plan. Oh no, we have to sleep. We so have to sleep. Don't want to lose everything to a thunderstorm. Ah. Deep, 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 deep. Beep, beep, deep, beep, deep, beep. Ah, again, just a tiny one. If you're wondering why the panic with the thunderstorm, well, if lightning strikes, everything is made out of wood. So we probably lose everything we have. So that's the reason why we don't want it. Want thunderstorms. Boop. We might have to plant another tree after this. Still don't know why the tree next to us doesn't grow. It just doesn't want to. So odd. Like you can clearly see that the saplings are like right before growing into a tall tree, or like in a tree, into a tree, and they just don't. Think this is the top one? Yeah. Eee. Eee. Boop boop. Oh, it's raining. Nice. Outside here, like outside our room. So we like rain. Okay, and let's quickly replant. Okay. Oh, right. Replant these. That's kind of important. Eh. Yay. Okay. Yeah, you can see that they really want to grow, they just don't, and it's so odd. Do we want to check how, like, few bamboo blocks we have? Because it definitely won't be many. No! Yeah, let's quickly check downstairs. Boop. Hey, 56! We nearly got a stack now. With the worst farm ever to exist. Okay, let's grow another one of these. Yes, this is what we've been looking for. Boop, boop. Yeah, we are uploading the stream. We won't keep it online though. We might just keep it hidden. It really is just a test. So we can actually start uploading the Resident Evil series and like games with story in the future. Yeah, we could have started with Guild Wars 2. That would have been an idea, but like we started when we came back to Twitch to streaming with that, and that would have meant we would have needed to have everything finished by then. Yeah, we didn't, so it's fine. Also, there are so many people who stream the story. But as always, we're happy to talk about lore. All the lore. We actually, about lore we are interested in, which are many fields. Currently, there is, or like, it just finished the story for the latest Magic the Gathering set. We haven't read it though yet, because the very first one was a choose your own adventure type, and it didn't catch us. Because we want to read everything, and I don't know exactly why. It was just overwhelming at that moment, so we didn't read the whole thing yet. We will read it at some point though, so I'm probably not too far in the future. Okay, as soon as we're done with this, we can start building things. Hello? And like I think we also have like quite a few projects here already. So I think we don't need to look for any projects right now. Okay, anything we can keep here? This can stay. Yeah, it's fine. Muffin. Okay, let's put stuff in here first. Oh, that was quite a bit. That was good. That was a good haul. Okay, so what do we need? For right now, honestly, just all of these. And you. Let's bring this and some of these. Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay, yeah, we are dealing with you later. That breeder will be here. Okay, so what we were talking about is all of this will look different in the future because we will have redstone here and there will be 2 of these. Okay, let's put down this like here. Let's make another barrel because we will have a barrel here. And a barrel here. These are the 2 outputs of the farm. Let's quickly check in. Nope, it does. We still see it. Okay. Which would mean so things will come out of here. They will die up there. And then it will get sorted. The sorter will go somewhere here. And that is actually the one thing we kind of prepared on the redstone world. Let's quickly have a look how big it is. Save and quit. Just to see, okay, how big is the thing we need to build. It is over here. Okay, so this is the redstone we want to put in. Okay, so we have... So the idea was to have like maybe pretty blocks up to here, and we don't see this. This is just for redstone signal, because they are amazing blocks. Okay, so we have to go down below where we have these. Below we have to go down 2 blocks for these. And to the top. How high? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because this is the actual minimum. So barrel, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 4. Oh. It has to be behind it. So these are in the corners. Okay, good to know. Okay. So then it is 1, 2, 3, 4. At least 4. So this is at least the level where the hoppers can be. They can be exactly these for these 9 blocks here. But yeah, 4 up. And 2 below, and how far back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 back. Okay. 1 block. Okay, I think the hoppers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think they are actually there. Yeah, yeah. This is a placeholder for one of them. Okay, so it's exactly as we wanted to. And these have to be here, not there. Sad thing is, we need a bucket. And I think we lost our last bucket again. Let's quickly have a look. If we have a bucket. Nope. Nope. How much iron do we have? Oh. Muffin. Cool. Yeah, we need that later on. Nope. Nope. Oh, we didn't sort the things from last time. Yeah, but it would be nice to keep all the things from one biome in one phase next to each other. Okay, yeah, we do not have a bucket right now, so we have to do this differently. We can add the redstone at a later point only. But the good thing is the redstone is just from here to here. It's only these, it's 3 wide. So that's good. And we are already at the right spot. That one goes back here. I think we cannot do much without having iron right now. So maybe we do the redstone and the whole thing behind it. Like there will be a little room behind it later. And for now, we just do this. We start putting in the villager breeder because, well, to make this work, we need the villagers. Yeah, and that will be fun by itself already to get them there. Okay, villager breeder. We want a manual one. So what we need, oh right, sheep. We wanted to get some beds. I think we need 3 villagers for the iron farm also. No, I think it was in there. Yes, it was. Let's see if the sheep regrew their wool. Here. Nope. Nope and yes. Okay. I know, sheep, you're helping. Nope. put this in here. Oh my goodness, there was just one. Quickly checking something, which was important. What? Okay, we need to deal with that. Another message from the energy provider, electricity provider. That was odd. Okay, what do we need? We need 3 beds. We need a place where they fall into, from where we can, like, get them. So if we say, for example, that this here is where they oh, this is something we can do. Yeah. Maybe these are just our 2 villagers are just chilling in here. And how do we do this? Let's get the beds quickly. Because that way we can just go to them, throw them 12 carrots, and be done. We already made some beds, yeah. There they are. Okay, so boop and boop. They can just chill on these 3 blocks, and I can like boop 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 boop. And you can see the children in there. What else do they need? They honestly just need a place to stand and a roof above them. That's basically it. Okay, let's build them a room. How do we do this? Yeah, we can go here. Okay, so here. Okay, and we need you. Oh, we need to make more of these. Oh, there they are. Let's make a stack for now. Or ish. Nope. Yes. Oh my. do, 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 and whatever. No. Okay, so villagers are exactly too high, too tall. And their children are, I think, 1 block-ish. Chloe, hello! How are you, dear? How's your work week? Work holiday, so popping in to say hi, briefing. I need to sleep, only got 30 minutes. Oh, muffin. This seems really good for you. Yeah, it is a very chill. At the start, we did some. We showed off what we did in redstone wise this week, and now we are back on yeah on the 1 block to get more done here. This is kind of this will be the villager breeder in this room here, to be exact. What else? Yeah, we're just chilling. And yeah, so what we showed earlier, what we did this week was a lot of redstone, which we got to work in the end. Been thinking about you. So, how is your work holiday? Like, how is it there? There are the 2 beds. Okay, so we put them here, here, here. If I were to hear from you. Aww. And it's lovely to hear from you. Yeah. It's been okay. Don't want to talk about it too much on here. Feel free to DM. Yeah, want to DM anyhow, though we are, yeah, we've been very, very busy this whole day. Just cause info and stuff. Yeah, totally, totally. Just, yeah, well, just wanted to also know, like, how are you doing over there? Beep, 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 beep. Okay, so what we want, yes, a baby villager will jump off this. Now they can't. And we still need to figure out how we want to deal with. I'm okay, just tired. Hopefully a good sleep will help. How are you? That is, yeah, really hope that you can sleep at some point. It is quite late again already for you. So yeah. So yeah, we are doing okay. Like yeah, we've been busy this week. Like yeah, things about the home. Oh right, we need roof blocks. Changing electricity provider because the other one was ridiculously expensive, and yeah, that takes up a lot of energy right now. I'll be here for a few minutes, then really should go to sleep. Yeah, you definitely should go to sleep. That absolutely has a priority. Like, just quickly, nope. To let you see what we did the first hour of the stream, we showed off this little world. And there's some redstone for this, and some little redstone things we were doing this week for ourselves. And you might remember the tree we built in the in the shopping district. I'm missing one block though. Well, you can. You're always here in mind. And this. So yeah, maybe some info. We this stream today, we didn't start with Resident Evil yet because the controller arrived the day before yesterday during stream, and we just wanted to do a test stream and record at the same time, and try to see, okay, how large is the did I catch up? Uh, Back to that in a moment. So yeah, we wanted to check out how large are the files, how is the quality and all things. Do we have to change a few things or whatever to get the uploads to YouTube working? And then next week we can start with Resident Evil and upload those VODs. We want to do it for the games with story. So we might not upload our one block streams because starting like in on stream 14 is a little bit weird. But yeah, so yeah, this is a test stream. We are currently 2 hours in on the recording, and so yeah, so this is what we're doing today. Yeah, so what else? Yeah. So yeah, that was a plan for today. On Sunday we will play more one block, definitely. And yes, you will. You're always here. Yeah. So thank you very much for the feedback for the tree. That was our first custom tree we ever did. So it kind of happy with it. And if you remember what it actually was, it was a community brewing station, and that is a kind of like pet project of ours, and we did a new design for it, and this is it. I should be there for one block on Sunday, hopefully too. Yay! But please remember, you have priority only if you feel up for it. I'll be home a few hours before, so I may be sleeping. Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. But yeah, so this is a new design of what we did back there, and this one is way better. Also, it doesn't use pistons, which is one of the reasons why it is better. And yeah, so last week there was a video by Mambo Jumbo with one person from the computational redstone community, and that inspired us to do some redstone. So yeah, we've been doing a little bit of redstone this week. So if you want to learn more about this, if you want to, the first hour of our stream was about all of these. We explained everything we did, whatever, what all the things are, how they work, and yeah. So we went through all of this in the first hour of this stream. I'll be careful, and I will sleep if I need it. Promise. Thank you. Yes, you absolutely have priority. But yeah, so yeah, this is what we did in the first hour, and well, since we are back on one block. crafted up a few things. And since we don't have a bucket at the moment, we cannot go below this, so we cannot add the redstone for this. Also, we don't have the hoppers. So we will do the bottom bit, the redstone of the iron farm, at another time. Beep, 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 beep. But I really better go to sleep. Love you and leave you. Aww. Really want to stay, but I will be knackered if I don't sleep. Or more knackered. Yes, exactly. Please sleep. Thank you for checking in, and please do take care of yourself. You are important, also like to us, so we care about you as well. So, yay! Lots of love, and yeah, talk to you soon. Our thoughts are with you. And sleep well. Happy rest of your stream, friend. You're important, you met. Oh, thank you very much. Beep, 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 beep. So how do we do this? How do we drop the tiny one? Well, they usually just try to walk anywhere. So we keep one place where they can go, and that's a drop. And we can even do that drop like here. This could be it. Boop. Like literally this spot. Boop, boop, and boop. Because the tall ones, they can't go there because they are too tall. There will be a bed. And the tiny ones, they will go there, and we will just have a door. Let's make a door. Not door. Pressure. No, also not that. This trapdoor. That is the word. Yeah, like this. So they will just pop in there and plop down. Okay. And then we can put a roof on that. And yeah, they can stay in here. We will put a roof on top of this. And we can just fill in this. Whoop whoop. That is it. That is all there is to do about this thing. Yeah, nice. Good. They will drop down. We will have something below. The good thing is we can go below. Let's go from over here. Because this is currently the lowest place we have. Oh no. No! Yep. Again. Hasn't happened in our stream. No, it actually happened last stream. Oh no, we need to collect more wood. This is too little. Hmm. Oh, people were on break. Sorry for that. For not mentioning that. Yeah, welcome back. Well, we just died again. Let's do this. 4 slabs. Need this and this. Let's bring these as scaffolding. Oak, oak, oak. Bring this as well. Food, right, and sleep. Food. Okay. Well, we always have enough food because we can always make bread as well. Kind of prefer turning all the wheat into into something we can turn into dirt later. Because dirt is a lot more valuable. Okay, and okay, and this is also planted. Perfect. Let's go. Let's skip this. Okay, what do we have here? We got this, okay. We might have to punch a few trees in a bit. But let's see how far we get. Okay. You. Sticks. Way more sticks. You and you. No. Okay. Okay. And we need stairs. Okay. Then okay. What else? We need roof blocks. So let's do this and this. Okay. We got the blocks we wanted. And we need to make some Okay, let's put these in here. All right, here is a block we can use for stuff we don't need. And X's. Okay, boop. You in there, you in there, you can stay. Okay, I think we got all the things we need. Okay, so let's start with this. Yeah, we should have done just this. No, yes. So this is the lowest we can get over here right now. Okay, we're below. Good. Okay, let's make this not horrible for the moment. Okay, let's just place this up here for the moment being. Okay. Let's go on top and make a roof, a little one. Yes. Boop and boop. How do we do this roof? Because it is something like that again. So maybe we do the same roof again? Which was... something like this. And in here we actually don't care where they walk, where they go. So okay, I think we had... Honestly, I'm not sure. Did we have these here? I think we had it similar to this and like this, and then a top, and we had as corners. think we did this. And this. I think that is what we did. Yeah, I think that is the corner. So let's do this on all 4 corners. It's like this. And this. No. That's the expensive stuff. And by expensive, I mean the one which is hard to get back. Well, that is kind of how you call things expensive in this game. Because you actually don't pay things. Okay, and then we can put the things below again. Yeah, I think this is fine-ish. Now we need to do this little roof over here. Let's do it with stairs. Yeah, like this, and this. Okay. And yeah, that should be it. Okay, let's have a look. We want, well, at a later point, we will have torches again. Wait, no, not torches. We will have the lanterns as soon as we have iron. Unlimited iron. We have this. And yeah, we got sticks. Yes. So let's make some torches. Because currently it is the only spawnable block for mobs is in here. Like here, there. Okay, so let's break this again. Okay. Okay, they got room, they can roam, they can do stuff in here. They should be safe even. That's fine for now, at least. We can make it more pretty later. Let's bring this to the below area. Okay, so they fall down, and I think we can just like collect them here. Don't know how far away they have to be. Like, I think they have to be out of a particular range. Let's... Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Where is it? There it is. While we go look that up in the wiki, make a save. Yeah, let's quickly have a look. Minecraft Villager. No. Yes. Okay, there it is. Mechanics, growing population, breeding foods, villagers. Breeding. Okay, adult villagers breed depending on... Okay, let's quickly do this differently. Okay, let's put this here. Perfect. Wiki. Yes, that's fine. Wiki. Where is it? Okay. Beep. Nope. Where is it? Where's there it is. Okay. Depending on the time of the day and Williams it's two empty blocks above their head. Yes. Just as I know, breed depends on the number of valid beds. If a villager is willing, villagers breed as long as uncle beds available within the limits of the village. Yes. Fans with angry can reach a pathway within a 48 block radius. Okay. Okay, claiming of beds. How was that again? Job site, gossiping. Working, wandering, gathering, playing. Turning home, sleeping. Yeah, doesn't lie down on the bed. Ba, ba, da, 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, da, ba, da, ba, ba, bum, bum, ba, da, ba, da, ba, 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 da, ba, 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 da, ba, 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 ba. Ba, da, da, da. Overwords, yeah, that's the reason why this works, yes. Okay. Yeah, that's something we need to figure out at another point. Let's go here again. Just a quick reminder what we are listening to. It's Big Giant Circles. Okay. It's night. Let's quickly make a little place where the villagers are stored. The baby villagers. That's wrong. I'd like to make this like this. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, because would like to have these on top. And we can waterlog these, and the villagers are safe on them when they fall down. I should not be able to leave this place, which also keeps them safe. Okay, we got a little room for the villagers to hang out in. Oop. Okay. Okay, so they fall down here, they land in here. There is water. And all of this might be waterlogged then. So they don't fall here and die. Which would mean it might be nice to have this around. Okay, let's not fall down there again. Okay. Nope. Yes. Nope. Double nope. Okay. Okay. Did we plop down? No, we didn't. So let's do that now. What do you want to do? No. here. Oh, this is so precarious. So we wanted to make these. Okay, and we need torches, top. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is better. Okay. So we have a space for them. Where they can go afterwards, after they fall down here. Yeah, and that will just be a prison for now. I think. Yeah, we will consider how we deal with them later as soon as we have them in here. Okay, like this, and top this. Let's make one more of these. Just to be safe. Okay, so we got a place where we can put villagers and get them out of from. Boop, boop. Okay. Okay. Let's make two more. Yep. Okay. And now we can remove these. For the moment, we don't have to come here. Might be useful to have this path for right now. So what might happen is that the villagers say, oh, that the baby villagers, that, oh, this is my bed now, the third one. So we might have to move them or break the bed every time we deal with it, but Yeah, they won't stay here forever. Okay. So we got the villager area. Where we put them. Now we have to move the villagers we have into their forever home. To breed for all eternity. Okay, just clearing the inventory. Right. Okay, so what we have to do now is this, and make a path over here. Oh, we could even make it out of this. Okay. Yeah, we won't stream for too long anymore. So we just move the villagers probably, and we'll end the stream then. And we will continue with exactly this on Sunday, so no worries there. Just need those 2 boats, or butts, as Skis usually calls them. These are bad blocks. Okay. 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 We can get through there. They can't. Okay, let's see. Can we place a boat somewhere? Oh yes, we can. Come on. Yes, nice. Thank you. Haven't thought about one thing yet. How do we get? Yeah, we can save the little ones differently. Doop 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 doop. Terry. Terry. Yes, thank you. Okay. Okay, let's put in these. And now break this and then bed. Bed. Okay, you don't want to sleep there? I don't care. So we just need another bed and we actually have this whole thing working. Let's quickly make another X. That is why we have these. X. So next time we will breed up villagers. After that we move them. The first 3 have to go up into the iron farm. Oh, and we also need to get a zombie. Zombies. Okay. These. And we can get rid of this whole thing. And finally, no. And finally walk down this path. Not like we used to. Finally in the middle of the path. Yeah, hey, we got some things done today. We lost a lot, as we do on this channel. And we showed off what we did this week in our like fun chill time, and we already talked about it a little bit on stream on Wednesday, but it was a Guild Wars 2 stream, so talking about Minecraft was didn't want it to take up too much space. Okay. Also, a little bit hungry. Also need to do the thing. Okay. Yeah, we got a little thing over here where we have villagers living in the future. Boop, boop, boop. Nope, not you. You. And let's bring you along and you. Yeah, that's fine. We got 2 villagers. They can even get the boats. Let's quickly, before we forget to do that. Yes, like this. Let's see, how deep are they falling? 3 blocks is what they survive. So they fall from there. It's one, two, or like where they don't get damaged. 1, 2, 3. So basically, if we put it here, they survive. Okay. This is where we will drop them. And after that, we can just like do this, break it, and oop. You in here, you in here, you in here, you in here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Let's try to get a boat. A boat. Bed. Not boat. You. Let's see if while we did all of that, if the sheep did grow wool. Yes, all of them. We will need so many more of the. Okay, 6. That's 2 beds. So what we need beds for is 1, the breeder, 2, the that's fine. 1, the breeder, 2, the iron farm. That's where we need beds. And we need oh, we got 3 beds up there already. Let's have a look. Yeah, it seems like we have 3 beds in there already. Okay, so we actually just needed 1 bed. And now we can start breeding them. Let's do that next stream though. Okay. Next stream we also need to do stuff. We need to farm wood, which is doable. It's just, yeah, we just need to do it. So let's head over here and have a look at what happened today. So not much over here. We need to collect more wood, but that's doable. Probably like doing 1 round here and a few of these, and we should be fine probably. But what we did today over here was we made the breeder down there. The iron farm is prepared minus the villagers and the redstone, but we got all of that. Next time we do more down here. There will be a trading hall, probably. This will probably be a trading hall, and this what we have below will just be walled off so we don't see the babies down there. Maybe we will see. Yeah, and we might have like stations over here and so on. And following this path, there will be a another villager power thing. That will be the farm, the auto farms. Yeah, so we got plans. I think what we are doing is we will multiply these next time. Then farm some wood. Try to get 3 villagers down there into that hole. And after that, and while we wait until they've grown and whatever, we're starting to build the um, food farm over here. And then we will move them up and continue farming, building the farm, while we get iron to finish that bit. But yeah, so these are our plans. So, boop, boop. Eh. So this is our project for right now. It's over here. And we will have a look over here and see who we are raiding off to. Blah, 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 blah. Wah, 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 wah. Let's see, someone we are following. Yes, they are all bigger or doing something else. Ooh, Tongo and Pearly Pop are playing together. Played up. Well, that's amazing. Okay, that's something we need to check out. Though it also needs skills. We could raid off to the one, the only James. But honestly, let's have a look for someone in our size more. Doom, 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 doom. Ba-dum, bam, bam, bam. Someone who has a Hey, oh, fellow NB. Well, let's head over there. Cathadora. Okay, let's head over there. Oh, it's also a charity stream, so yay! So, yeah, head over there. Please, everybody, remember to take care of yourselves. You are important and matter. So, yeah, you deserve all the care. So, see you on Sunday. Sunday, we will continue ride this. And yeah, Wednesday back to usual Guild Wars 2 story, and on Friday we start with Resident Evil. So hyped. Yeah, so please, yeah, see you soon. Take care, and bye bye.